Zero subscribers here, and welcome to another Minecraft video. And in today's video we are going to be looking, well, I'm going to be looking at 1.21. If you didn't see recently, I made a video basically going through this world where I basically went through all of the updates, and it kind of worked out because now I feel like I have a good understanding of now, like, the updates, so I can kind of see if this update is as good or worse than updates, especially recently. Anyway, but here we go into the time machine to 2024, 15 years of Minecraft, and here we are. Yeah, if you watched your video, you will know that the kind of lab design, I thought for this one only, I thought I could change the lab design a bit and spruce it up, or copper it up, I guess, with a lot of the new stuff. But right here, 1.21, the tricky trials. So I think first I'm gonna go through everything, give my opinions on everything, and then at the end I'm gonna kind of give my overall thoughts on this update. So let's do that. So we'll start off with, there was a bit of a different update before, but kind of before this, and it was like it was the dog update, and they gave you the dog armor and stuff. I kind of count that update as this update as well. If you don't, you don't, but like, I feel like it's all kind of one, because that's how it would have been it used to be. They never really did stuff like that, so I feel like it's only fair that I kind of keep it that way. Otherwise, to be fair, like if I got rid of this bit, this would be quite a big like chunk of the update kind of gone anyway. But I will actually start off by going through that. So this update did something I have wanted in the game for a stupid amount of years, which is dog armor. Or like, I just wanted to have more ways to customize the dog, honestly, and dog armor is also a way to make the dog way more, you couldn't take it away, it just died. Like, wherever you went, it would die, essentially, and I wanted that to change. So and they finally did it in this update. They gave us dog armor. It's dyeable. I don't have I don't have any like way of showing you right now, but you can actually dye the dog armor, and I think it's really cool that they have decided to do this finally. It took them ages, but they've finally done it, so that's really good. So I'm really happy with this inclusion. It is something I wanted in the game for a long time. Very happy with it. Banners are cool. I think this design's cool. It's based on one of the new, well, it's not based on, it basically is one of the new mobs that have been added in this update. So I think that's really cool. Armor trims, I'm glad they are basically doing more for the armor trims, because I didn't know if they were. I thought maybe that last update was when they added them, and those were the only armor trims there was going to be. But no, it seems like they might be doing armor trims every update, like adding a couple each update maybe. This is the first one. This one I believe is this is the one that I prefer. What's it called? I believe it's called the Bolt. Yeah, Bolt. This one, the Bolt template here, and this is the armor trim. You know, I'll even no, not the mace. Alright, whatever. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, and then I'll even show you what it looks like with me wearing it, like so. I kind of like this one. I think this is it's a bit different. It's not the best armor trim, but I think it's a nice new added one. I also like the fact it kind of looks like there's a face. Like, look at the top of the helmet. That literally looks like a face. And then there's like, I kind of like it. It's like, you know, a bunch of like interesting lines, and then there's like a few dots on it and stuff. I like it. I think it works. I think it works quite well all together. So yeah, I like it. And then he's also holding a mix. There we go. Back to normal. Right, there's also new pots. Honestly, I did not care about the pots really that much in the last update. Like, archaeology, in my opinion, wasn't that interesting. I never cared, even when it got announced in that Minecon. That was like the least interesting thing to me back then, even though everyone was really high for it, and they added it, and it kind of sucks. So, new pots are cool, I guess. Like, if they're going to do that, cool, fine, it's fair enough. Like, it matches, it's the same as the banners, which we'll get to. This is the second armor trim, by the way. I'm not going to bother putting this one on, because I don't like it as much. I prefer Bolt, if I'm being honest, over Flow. Flow's alright. I feel like this one is a bit more generic. I feel like this one's got a bit more uniqueness to it. This one, I feel like it's just very similar to a lot of the other armor trims in the game already. So, don't see much of an appeal for it personally. If you like it, cool then. But I don't really like it that much. This one is... It's not... I would have been happy with just the dog armor, honestly, and just customizing out the dyes and stuff like that. But they added dog variant, like multiple dog variants into the game. And that is like, this is something that is really happy. Like, this would I liked this. I wanted this in the game a long time now. I remember wanting this in the game before they even changed like the cat variants and stuff. Like, those. That's how much like I wanted them in the game. But I honestly would have been happy with this. Like, this was more what I wanted. But the new dog variants is just extra, and I'm really happy they've done this. This is so cool. I love how a lot of them are based on like almost like other types of like dog. So I guess kind of stupid thing to say. Like this one is based on like a hyena. If you ask me, like, it looks like a hyena, which is really cool. I can't remember the names now, by the way, of all these variants. Sorry. This one is like a spotty dog. I like this one. It's got like some different colors and things. It's like a mixture of different kind of all the different dogs. This one is like a snow dog. It's quite nice. There's one I think that's better that I'll get to, like, that kind of reminds me of a snow dog, but this is like probably one of my more least favorite ones. I think it's just a little bland. Like, it's very, I feel like it's quite similar to the normal one in the default version, you know, the one that we grew and loved. So this one isn't that interesting to me. I like this one a lot. I know this one's called Rusty. I like this. It reminds me of a fox. And the funny thing is, foxes are in the game. So, like, it's kind of two versions now. But this does give me, like, major fox vibes. And I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I like that one. This one, again, reminds me of... Because it's like... It's like a... I don't know how to really explain. This one... This is like... I like it, but I don't love it. This is like one of the weird ones that, like... I think looks kind of nice, but it's not my favourite. I think it's just kind of like a... This one's like the middle one for me. Out of, like, ranking them all. I like this one a lot, and this one's really cool. It's just like a nice, fully black dog, and I like it. I think it looks very clean, especially the fact that, like, you know, we have the other ones. Like, this one was like a fully grey dog. This one's almost like a fully white dog, and this one's like a fully black dog. And I like that a lot, and that's like a really nice dog variant. It's very different as well. Like, the ones I like the most, the ones that are quite different to the default one and stuff, and this one is very different to that. I like that a lot. The next one is, I think this is called the Ash variant. This is the one I like more than this. This is all right, but this one, like, I would like this dog, but I just feel like this Ash variant is just a nicer version of like the snow dog. This reminds me of like a husky. I think that's what this is meant to be, based on like a husky or something. I don't know my dog breeds very well, alright, so don't. I might sound really stupid right now, but I think that's meant to be your husky. That's what it reminds me of. The snow, you know, the snow, like the snow dog / wolves that they have like in the snowy places. And I really do like this one. I think this is one of my favorite ones. I just like it's not just plain white. Like it's got a little more, you know, like texture, like more color to it than this one, which is a little blander in my opinion. And I like this one a lot. And this is the cool ones. And I like this one. This one's like this reminds me of like a chocolate. It's like a chocolate dog to me. Like it's got like, you know, the chocolate colors. And I quite like it. It is apparently the most common dog, and I think that's a cool thing because it's one of my favorites. So it's pretty cool that it's kind of easy to get. It's the easiest one to get because this one spawns in like the normal like woods and forests and stuff like that. And I like that a lot. I think this is one of the coolest ones. If I'm gonna give my top 3, I know my top 3. It is that the rusty, the ash, and the woods dog chocolate. I'm gonna just call it a chocolate dog. Chocolate dog. Then then it's this one, and then I don't know after that, but they're like my top 4 out of the list that I like out of the dogs. You can tell me in the comments below your favorite dog variants or whatever if you want. It's up to you. I don't mind. And there's also paintings. You know, there's quite a lot to go through the paintings, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't have much to say about a lot of these paintings, but I will just say in general, I am so happy that we have new paintings. It has been a ridiculous amount of years since we have had paintings. I cannot remember the last time we had paintings added to the game. Honestly, I feel like it was before, I think it was before the official release of Minecraft. Like, we got the paintings in like, no, wait, where did we get the paintings on? Oh, like the last painting? I can't remember. But we have basically been given 20 additional paintings, and I love some of the references. I have no idea what this is. Some of them are so weird, and I do not know what this is, but it's cool, I guess. I love this one. This is one of my favorite ones. So this is basically this is inspired, basically, is a classic old Minecraft picture that I can't remember if this is one of them that was like the Herobrine. I don't know if you remember like the Herobrine thing with like they had like the photos of like the screenshots of Minecraft gameplay, and there would be like Herobrine like somewhere in the photo. I'm not sure if this is based on that. That's what this photo is, or if this is one of just like the old classic screenshots. But it does give me a major like old Herobrine vibes for some reason. Imagine if Herobrine is in this image somewhere. That would be crazy. That does not look like Herobrine. I don't think I doubt it. Maybe he's like in the waterfall. Who knows? But I love how they had the pig as well, because I remember this. Like, I think the pig is what makes me like recognize this image so much. But it is such like an iconic photo, and I'm so glad they've done this one. This is really cool. This is another one that's pretty cool. So they've basically Minecraft-ified. I think that's a word. It might not be. I do not know the name of it, but there is it's a pretty like iconic painting, and it's like the fruit hanging up. I love how they've just made the fruits Minecraft fruits now. So you got a golden, a gapple, and a what's it called? Is it like yeah, glistering melon? Yeah. I can't. When did they add that? Actually, I can't remember when they added that to the game. But yeah, that was I feel like there was more fruits in the actual image, but like, I like this. I think this is cool. You can tell what this is based on. Like, this one's one of the nicer, easier ones. Then we've got this, which seems to be like a bunch of sunflowers, which is, I think, works because there are sunflowers in Minecraft and stuff. But that's really all I have to say about this one. I have no idea what this is, by the way. And there is one part of this image that looks so weird to me, and it's down here. Like, that to me looks like some kind of rock with a face. It doesn't fit in with the rest of the image, and it's so weird to me, and I just do not know what this is meant to be. It looks like maybe a mountain. What's that? I don't know what this is meant to be. There's this one. So this one is obviously a bit more simple to understand. This is a table with a candle, or maybe like a little, I think it's meant to be a candle, and then, or a torch, a candle or a torch maybe, and then there's a pot, like a flower pot with some flowers in, maybe the moon in the background. I don't know, but I kind of like that one's alright. This one seems to be like kind of like forest, and you can see like a little boy or something just sitting like on the ground with his knees up, like kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but that's really all. Like I don't, a lot of these images, as I said, don't have much to say about. This seems to be, so I didn't know what this was, and I thought this was an owl, but apparently it's a raccoon, and the raccoon is in a bin, which makes sense, I guess, with raccoons. And then there's just a pair of lemons on, for some reason. Lemons aren't even in Minecraft, so why is it here? I have no idea. And then there seems to be a painting behind. It's so weird. I have no idea where they come up with these paintings sometimes, but it's always been like that. Like even the old paintings, some of them are really weird choices. This is another weird one. Like, I'm not entirely sure what I think this is like an apple tree maybe, and then there's some people there. I don't know, man. I don't know. Very weird. Oh, there's this one. This one is I like this one. This one's kind of funny. So this one is kind of a Minecraftified version again of another iconic painting, and I cannot remember the name of it, but I'll put an image on screen of like the images that I know or what they're meant to be based on. And you can see, I can't remember the name of what it is, but I like it. It's like, you know, it's the villagers, and it's just a Minecraftified version, which I think is very clever of an iconic painting. This one's nice. This one's not based on anything. This one's just a cake, a pot, and a sunflower on the ground. It feels very like Minecraft painting like to me. This one makes a bit more sense than a lot of the weird ones, and I like this one. I think it looks nice. I like it. This looks like chess, but I still have no idea what this is meant to be. It looks like a giant chess room thing. Kind of give me like Harry Potter vibes, but I don't know. I have not gone much for this one. This one is pretty cool because this, to me at least, gives me massive Aether Portal vibes. You know, the Aether Portal, the iconic kind of, or like another dimension. Like it also kind of gives me like you know, the April Fools with the Nether portals, where you threw a book inside the Nether portals and it changed to like another dimension. That April Fools one, it gives me kind of vibes of that as well as the Aether Portal mod from like back in the day. I thought that it was real. I fell for that. Very sad. And then there's this guy with a horse or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird how it splits off randomly, but it does that. This one is kind of disturbing. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize what it was. Well, alright, so originally I thought this was just a woman and a dog in like a lake. But no, that is not a dog. That is a skeleton. That is a pair of bones. That is literally as a dead person. So that's kind of grim. Went from thinking that was like a dog to a freaking skeleton. This one is also bones, but this one's a museum. I think this one's just straight up a museum. Like, you know, like you got the fossils and stuff of the dinosaur skeleton in the museum, and then a statue on the museum, and then like made a painting, and you know, like got the different exhibits and stuff. So that's what this one is. I think this, I do not know. It kind of reminds me of that picture, which is like the melting clocks. I don't know if you know it, but I know it's not that, and I feel like I recognize this, but I don't know why. It's weird. It's all weird. I don't know. It's weird. This one's cool. This is a reference to the poppy, not the poppy, the rose that's now a poppy in the game. That was a poppy that used to be called a rose. That's a reference to that. So that's meant to be like the old rose, kind of, which is cool. This one is based on just kind of a horse, like a player just riding the horse in like the sand, and that's kind of cool. I like that one. Another Minecraft like fire one, which is cool. I have no idea what this is. It kind of looks like someone in bed, maybe. I have like, there's like pillars, so maybe it's like an ancient Rome or something, like an old ancient Rome painting. I'm not really sure what this is, and again, I have no idea what this is. That kind of looks like an acacia, not an acacia biome, a savanna biome with the acacia trees, and maybe that's like a person walking down, but I have no idea what this is. But that is all the new 20 paintings. So like overall, I think the paintings are really cool. I already basically told you that. I'm not gonna tell you my favorite ones because like there's no reason to do that. They also added the armadillo, which I mean, like, as a mob itself, it's cool. I guess like I like it. I feel like I am pretty happy with like the Mojang is like added a lot more animation recently to the mobs. Like if you compare the old like mobs to the new mobs, like a lot of the new ones are way like have way more like animation to them. Like look, there you go. Like what? Wait for it. Look. I mean, look how like that's a pretty cool animation overall, and I like that a lot about this. So the armadillo, like, I only voted for it obviously because, you know, because we knew we were getting like wolf armor from it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Like if you use, I think it's if you use a brush. Where's the brush? There's the brush. Like one of the most useless items ever. They're gonna make it have another use, I guess, which is cool. Brush and get scoops. I'll tell you what, though, if this was old Minecraft, they would literally just be like, oh, just kill the armadillo and then you get scoop. I get that is what they would have done. You know, now they're not like that anymore, which is kind of sad because, you know, like it's not real. But whatever. You have to use a stupid brush now. So, yeah. Great. And then there's Tough. Now, Tough was like one of the most useless blocks ever in the game for like from 1.17 to now, it's practically useless. It was just found it like the amethyst geode, but now they're finally giving it a purpose, which I think is a lot better. I'm happy that it now has a actual reasonable purpose for it, but I'm not keen on the new stairs or any. I don't like these ones because these look ugly. Like Tough looks really ugly to me. But then they've added chiseled versions. I think it's called chiseled. You know what's really weird as well? Why is this? But like, why is this not like a category like, you know, like how there's logs and you've got like the different ones? Why is this like not a category called Tough? Why are they all separate? That is a little weird to me. I don't know what's going on about that, but yeah. Anyway. But yeah, they've added the chiseled Tough. I think this one's kind of cool. I like the swirl pattern. I like the pattern on it. And then there's smooth Tough. Smooth Tough again, I think is is really nice. I like Smooth Tough a lot. I think it's pretty nice block. Same with all these ones, you know, these are all kind of the same. The bricks are really nice. Like I don't know what it is, but I'm a fan of like the brick. I even like this. I don't know, I can't remember what these are called now, but I like these type of blocks as well. But I don't know why, I just really like bricks. Like I literally like all the bricks in the game. I like the normal stone bricks. I like, you know, all the different variants of the bricks, like endstone bricks. And like, you know, the deep slate bricks are one of my favorite blocks in the game. I even like mud bricks. Like I don't know what it is with me and bricks, but I really like bricks, and these are just another cool brick variant that I like. It adds a bit of shading. I like it, and they're all cool here. This one's cool. I've seen a lot of people use this for like the bottom of like something at the moment, or they use that a lot in the actual trial chamber, which I'll get to. But yeah, that's what this is meant to be kind of like. I guess that's what a lot of these blocks are used for. It's like the trial chamber, but I kind of like it. I'm glad they've made Tough more useful. I remember this was one of like the first new things to get revealed, and at the time I was like, really? That's what they've given us? Like, it's the new big, like the new thing they've like announced since the Minecon announcement, and I was like, wow, well, so it gets better, and it did get a lot better. But yeah, the Tough wasn't that exciting to me, but I can see why the building blocks are cool now. And we've got the music, you know, I might just like do that later. These are cool. So this is, not only does this block just look really cool, like I love that if you get close to it, its mouth just opens up. I think that's so cool. I like that so much, bro. That is so cool to me. But this is a, so this is a vault, and I think these vaults are really cool. I love the idea that you have to use a trial. You get a trial key, and then you use a trial key on this to get randomized loot. Well, like they choose what loot is like in a vault, but then it's randomized what you'll get, and I think that's really cool. It's better like than just, you know, using chests and stuff like that. This is kind of just a new spawner type. Again, kind of cool. It gives you loot as well, but it's not as much as, and this is how you get like the trial key, and it just spawns like a random thing, but then it's on, but what's cool about this is it's on a cooldown, so you can like unlike a normal spawner, and torches don't work. I'm glad about that. Essentially these are like kind of newer versions of like the dungeons, where instead of just using a chest and a normal spawner and then you just place a bunch of torches on the spawner, it stops it from spawning, and just open the chests. This works very differently to that, like you, and it's replayable, which is really cool. I really do love what they've done with the trial chambers. I might just talk about the trial chambers right now in general. I think the trial chambers is one of the coolest one of the coolest structures in this game now. I think it is such a cool idea. I love how they've incorporated multiplayer into it. And just the idea that like and another thing we'll get into like is that there's like different levels and stages for each one, and I just think it's a really cool, like it looks like a really nice structure. I love that it's like a fighting kind of test combat kind of thing, and you've got to like, you know, defeat the enemies. You defeat all the enemies, then it shoots out the loot, then you use that loot. Depending on what you get, you can do what other stuff, like the trial keys used on the trial vault, and there's another thing like a bottle of Bad Omen, and that can be used to make the next version of these, which are called ominous vaults and ominous spawners, and they basically spawn more powerful versions of the mobs, and the ominous vault gives you better basically gives you loot that is exclusive to that place. And I think that is what was almost lacking. Like, this is how you get the new armor trims, this is how you get the new music discs, this is how you get one of the coolest weapons in the game. I honestly love, I'll get to it, the mace. So like, these are really cool, and I love the trial champs. I think it's so cool. I think it's just, I think it works a lot like better than something like with the Deep Dark. There wasn't much of a purpose to go down and get it, because like, what would you get? A horrific music disc and the recovery compass. They were like the only things you could get from the Deep Dark. I think it's a cool structure, but like, that was the major issue with it. Whereas this gives you a lot better loot, and the fact that they added like replayability with it, and it's designed for multiplayer, so like it gets more difficult if there's more players on the facility. And I think it's really cool as well, like, that they've managed to make it so that it gives you more than one of the keys and stuff like that, and like each person can use the vault. That's insane. Like, that is really cool, because that is something I just did not expect them to do, but they did that, and that is really cool to me. I like that a lot. I've said, I know I've been like rambling on about the trial chambers itself, but I just love, I think it's such a cool structure. Next up, we got the Autocrafter. This thing is not my type of thing. I do not see much of a purpose for it. But that's because I'm not a redstoner. Like, I think it looks cool. I like that it has like a mouth. And I think it's cool that they've added finally a brand new like redstone thing into the game, since like it's been years since they've added a new redstone. Honestly, it might have been the redstone update when we last got stuff, because that's when we got, you know, all the stuff like the dropper, the hopper. So it might honestly be then the last time we got like a load of like this new redstone item. So, you know, redstoners, do your thing. It's not my type of block at all. I will say one cool thing they could have done is like, they could have done it so if it shows like that, then this top section kind of lights up or something, or just shows which ones are like you know, which ones have been pressed down, whatever. That would have been cool if they did that, but they didn't. It's still cool, but that's the only thing I said they could have done with this. But honestly, it's not my type of block, so I don't really have much to say about it. You want my opinions on it, you've come to the wrong person, because I don't know what to say. It's probably a really cool block, like a really cool item, like block to use. I've already talked about them. These are just what they look like. Two variants. That is what is that actually called? I can't even remember the name of it. The heavy core, that's it. So I think this is obviously what's used to make the maze, but I kind of do like the fact they've made it so you can place it down. It looks like a mini little head, which is kind of cool. So I don't know why you do that after how rare it is to get this thing, but you do you, is what I'll say. I'm gonna move on to the mobs next. So the mobs are so cool in my opinion. This right here is the Blaze. And the Blaze is such a cool mob in my opinion. I love its animation. It's just like a cooler animated wind version of the Blaze, essentially. That's what this is. It's like the Blaze, but instead it's like a cold winter version, like wind version that shoots wind instead of like fire, like the Blaze does. And I think that's so cool. I love its design, and it's such a cool mob. I love that it's like the arrows kind of do nothing against it, that like you have to, because the arrows just shoot back, like it kind of shoots the arrows back at you, which is cool. It's not exactly a hard mob to defeat, but yeah, I love how it jumps really high. Like, I love that like animation itself. That's really funny, in my opinion. just that in general. So I really like this mob. Again, I like another thing why I like the trial chambers. Just the mobs are pretty good choices they made, and the new unique mobs. This one isn't obviously anywhere near as good as the Blaze, but I just think it's cool that we've got new variants. Like if they just use normal skeletons, then like it'd be fine, but I think it is cool that we're getting like more variants for each. Like it just makes like the place you're visiting more unique. I feel like if they use a normal skeleton, it wouldn't be as like cool. Like as much as like, because this was added into an update, like this feels like just a cool additional thing and not like a major thing, whereas the Stray was like their big advertisement and it was just a reskin of the skeleton with another arrow ability. And this is honestly better than that, because this well, I mean, you can literally shear this skeleton, get the mushrooms off its head, which is pretty cool in itself. It's called the Bogged, by the way. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I like the new mobs. I've added in general 2 more like aggressive mobs, and then one that's a lot like just a nicer mob. It works out. It's very balanced. I think it was good. After the last update, they only gave us like mobs that weren't aggressive and stuff. The new copper stuff, right? I'm not gonna lie, I loved copper before, and this is just so cool to me. I love the new copper. This is so cool. Just the sound alone, the look of it. I love the different variants. I feel like these could be used so much. This gives me, I feel like this could be used to make like a cool like abandoned or like water facility thing. Kind of, I guess kind of like BioShock, really. Like I feel like you can make BioShock basically now in Minecraft using a lot of these types of things, which is pretty cool. At least the first one with like the water and stuff, which is really cool. Again, the lights, I love how the lighting is like worse the more oxidized it gets. That's really cool. I love how you like in the trial chamber you have to scrape the different stuff to brighten the area up. I think that's really cool. I like the blocks in general. These ones are probably the most useless new blocks, but I still think they are a neat design choice. They just add a bit more variants, I guess, to the copper itself. Copper doors, they're cool. New copper door variants are nice. I'm honestly surprised that they didn't make it so that they came with like they didn't come with like iron doors where you need like a lever, because that was what I was expecting you to need, like a lever, but I guess that would be a pain or like a button or something. But no, they're like normal regular doors that you could just open without needing a button or a lever, which is pretty cool. I've also just realized I forgot to put the trapdoors. I will say this is what makes it weird. Why are the different things not with, like, why is the new trapdoor not with the trapdoor? Why is the new door not with the door, and instead it's in the copper set? I kind of understand, but I also don't understand fully why they did that. So that's a little strange to me. It's alright, but like, I don't know, it was just a little strange in my opinion, but you know, there's a lot of weird things. So there we go. Now I got the trapdoors there as well. I don't know how I forgot the trapdoors, but whatever. I literally use them here, so yeah, I like all of the variants. I think all the different ones. Like this one looks nice. This one works for like a ugly abandoned setting. Same with this one, very rusty. Works for an abandoned like setting. And this one also just looks nice. That's how I like the different like designs, like the different preferences of oxidization work for me. The first and the last look nice, and the in between ones look like they'd work for like an abandoned thing, facility or something, you know. as I said, that's why it would work for something like Bioshock or just an abandoned water facility with like the... That's what I get. I don't know if anyone else gets that vibe, but I get that kind of vibes with this. Like, even like if you look in this tunnel, I feel like this looks like a tunnel for like a tube that would be like for like a water like abandoned facility. I don't know. That's what I get from it. And then the final few things, I think we already talked about the pyro shards. I'll get to the mace in a minute because that's later on, but they're the new like, items. It's cool. I like how it's like a wind version now of the like the blaze rod. Now it's called is it called the wind rod? Breeze rod. That makes sense. Yeah, breeze rod. Already talked about this thing. I will say what's weird about this is the positioning. Like, why is it like that on the frame? Why is it not in the middle? It's a little weird. The music discs, right? I'm going to make a separate video on the music disc, but I will just say right now that I think all three are pretty good. But I'll say which one's my favorite. This one's my favorite one by a long shot. I think this is so good. I really like this new one. I think the music discs are better than they were last update. And the update before that. And the update before that. That's what I'll say. That's why I like them. I'll rank them. Music box is my least favorite. Then it's... What's it even called? I can't even remember the name of that one. Precipice. That's what I get from that. Precipice. I have no idea what that word is meant to be. I'm stupid, alright? But I like this one. This is by far my favorite. Creator is... I'll get to it. I'll make a ranking video on the music disc. But there's a bit. I'll tell you what section it is. I mean, everyone's already said how much, like, how good the Creator music disc is. But you know which bit I'm about to talk about is right now, like right this instant. Like that guitar, like this guitar bit is just insane. It doesn't fit with Minecraft, but it's so damn good that I don't care. But yeah, anyway, there's these new potions which I really do not use and care about. I think the slime one is cool. I think it's good for using. That one's kind of cool. I tried them all out, and they're like, I just don't feel like you'd use them that often. Like, when are you gonna use them? I know they're using the trial chambers, so they're kind of used as like a disadvantage against that. Like you'll have like oozing, and then if you kill an enemy, if like the oozing goes onto an enemy or something, then they kill it, and then there's more slime, so there's more enemies to kill. I guess I'm saying for that, like there's loads of traps and trial chambers, which is cool as well. But that's really bad. Wind charge. I think is it wind charge or freeze? Honestly, I can't look too different. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's right next to snowball. It's pretty funny because it looks kind of similar. But this is really cool. I really do like this. And I think the shooting effect is really cool. I like that a lot. And the wolf obviously talked about the mace. Okay, the mace. This mace is incredible. There is I actually don't have the enchantments on display, but like, because you won't be able to tell what the enchantments look like, what the enchantments are, but I am gonna show you what the mace is like, because this thing, I love it. There's a specific enchantment I love about the mace, but I'll just show you right now. Like, but right here, right, so you got an iron golem. I'll like use it right now. Boom. I love the particle effect already, and it does quite a lot of damage. Like, okay, that was really bad, right? In your jump. There you go. Like, that is pretty cool by itself, but there's an enchantment that I love that you're gonna see. there's 3 new enchantments, but really there's one that I think stands out. And it's Wind Burst. I'm just gonna try the first. I'll try the different variants of Wind Burst. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But just in general, Wind Burst is such a cool new enchantment that I love a lot. Right here, like this. Watch this. I actually don't know if the first one's good. I only tried Wind Burst 3, but okay. Yeah, that still does a lot of damage. That is really fun, right? Like, I love this new Wind Burst enchantment. I think it's so cool. Just flying up in the air. I think I may be wrong about this, but I think it saves your like full damage. If I can actually, he's running away. This is not good. Ah, this has gone terrible. Oof. Right, that has not gone as planned. Hey, I need to make sure I kill him because I know he's gonna kill me if I do this. Oh my! What was that? What was that? Okay, whatever. Right, I'm gonna do it. Oh, didn't kill him, but look how. What was... Oh, yeah, it's a new kill screen, isn't it? Yeah, you saw how high up I went then. I think you get the point. That is pretty damn cool. I think that new enchantment is really cool. Ignore the giant wall, by the way. You don't want to know how many times I've tried to do this now. Right. Oh, I did it. There you go. See? That was pretty high up. That was pretty high up, and I think that was really cool. That was really cool. I like this Wind Burst. I think it's one of the new coolest items you have. Can wait, I'm trying to remember the height. But it's right, go. I don't get it. How do you? There we go. You gotta like. Oh. Oh wait, never mind. I'm using creative. I thought I was doing it then. Oh.
2 hours later.
Oh, there we go. I got there. Slightly. I can get a little distance, like, yeah, I'm sure if I try doing it like this, I'll probably fail, but I can. Let's see. Okay. You saw that. That was pretty high up. There you go. Did it. I'm happy with that. I'll take it. That's not easy to do, by the way. Like, took many attempts. And you're a bloody pain. Watch this. Boom. I swear I went higher up then than I did the time before, or whatever. Like, okay, right. Oh, I really wanted to... I'm having too much fun with this. Oh, I killed him. Like, that is really fun. Give me a minute. I want to do something. They're all... I need to go for ones that are closer, like this. Okay. Right, I'm done. Yeah, there you go. I don't know how many golems I hit, or how many different golems I hit then, but try and beat that. I'll see how much what score it was when I edit, but yeah, that's pretty fun. I think that is, I love this. This is one of my favorite things in this new update. The mace is a pain to get, I believe, but when you get it with that enchantment, especially Windburst 3, like Windburst 1 is still pretty cool, but the third one is insane and it is so fun. But I do believe that we are almost done. I think that might, yeah, actually. Yeah, there's like, I think that's it, yeah. I think that was the final feature to talk about. So that is the whole update. That is 1.21 reviewed. And if I enjoyed it, I'm going to rank this update out of 10. And I'm going to be honest, I think this update might be a 9 out of 10, honestly. Like, if you compare this update to the last update, 1.20, which I found to be quite disappointing of an update, didn't really add anything that major, you know, that whole new structure's awesome. The mace is going to probably be like, this is probably going to be more popular than something like the trident, because that's what this kind of reminds me of. It reminds me of the trident. When they added the trident, that was like a whole new item, like weapon you could use, and it's used occasionally, but I feel like the mace might be used a lot more. I think that's so cool. I just like the new dogs, the new dog armor, like wolves. I don't know how much people are going to use it, but the wolves seem to be a lot stronger now. Like, just for a comparison, right? If I grab a wolf, that's a polar bear. That is definitely not regular. Right. If I grab a wolf and I get a listen, I know this is gonna look horrific, and if it dies, it's not my fault, because, you know, don't get attached to digital animals, guys. They're not real. It's not a real dog, so it's fine. That's how I see it. But you'll see how long this will survive before it dies. In a minute. Right. So here's the wolf. I need to tame, actually, don't I? Right. Luckily, I've got bones with me. Right. Let's feed you. Right, you are super hungry. You honestly deserve to die just for being so greedy. I'm gonna put the armor on. And actually, you know what I'll do? I'll even try healing it at the same time with the scoots, which are this thing. Yeah, because that's how you heal it, if you didn't know. Right, I'm gonna push him in, and you're gonna see it's gonna start cracking and like burning alive. But the dog itself is not taking damage right now. Okay, now it has. Right, the dog is gonna die. The dog is about to die. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Which is, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna heal it, but that is significantly longer, because just comparing the two, like the wolf, this is with, I'm gonna kill somebody. There you go. Look. Without armor, dead straight away. Right. With arm. No. Right. Follow me into the lava, dog. It's not gonna follow me, right? And this, I've already shown you it, but I'm gonna show you again. And this is with armor. You have so much longer. Like, this is before the dog even starts actually taking damage. And you can repair. Okay, I still messed it up. But even now, it has a lot more health. So, like, and that's with, like, one of lava's, like, probably the thing that would kill the dog the most. So, like, overall, we're gonna make a little gravestone, by the way, just for the dogs that have died here today. My really, yeah, there you go. I'll not a painting. That's not what we want. I'll even use this, and I'll put one for all 3 of the dogs that were murdered. Yep. What a shame. Very sad. Very, very sad. And with that, that is it. Yeah, there you go. I already said that we were done, but now we are actually done. So yeah, I think this is a 9 out of 10 update. I think this is really cool. Like, I'm not being funny, right? But if people are still gonna, like, if you personally still think that this isn't enough, I just want you to know, like, the video I did recently going through like this whole lab has really made me like looking back at the old updates, and it's really made me realize that this update is pretty big compared to a lot of the other updates, like from the older times. Like, this is massive compared to some of the older updates. Like, one of the biggest updates from like back in the day was in my opinion at least, I'll use because I'm so used to using it. I'm just gonna fly over and show you what update it is. If you haven't seen the video, you should watch it, by the way. It's a good video. It's a long video, but it's good. It just goes through like all the updates since the release of the game. Like, it kind of reminds me of this update, but not enough. The update that it massively reminds me of is this one, the Bountiful update from 10 years ago now. Wow, jeez. This update here, yeah, 1.8, the Bountiful update, that is kind of what this update reminds me of. Even though 1.21 is still a bigger update than this, but I'm just going to show some examples of stuff. So let's start off with the fact that this could be seen like all these new like stone types that everyone hates, but they exist. These could be seen as something like the Tuff now that's been added to the game. The rabbits could be seen as the armadillo that have been added to the game. These are like, you know, like the new items and stuff like that that have been added. Like that could be like the new light block that's been added. And these could be like maybe the, actually no, this one here represent like the new copper that's been added to the game. I think that's a good representation. This could be seen as maybe the new paintings. I mean, obviously it is very different, but like, I'm trying to think of something to represent the paintings, which in themselves is a ton. Like, that's 20 new paintings in the game. That's a lot. So yeah, this is like the new like door types. Like, technically there is 4 new types of doors. They're all just copper, but they're all like different versions because they're oxidized and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool in itself. The new like ocean monument is kind of like the trial chambers, as it's like a massive new structure that's been added to the game, and has like its own purpose, like a massive structure, because like, you know, it was pretty big back then. And like the Guardians and the Elder Guardians could be seen as like the new like mobs, like the Breeze and the oh, what's his name, the skeleton one. I can't remember what he's called now. But that's kind of what this reminds me of. So, and still there's more that isn't in this update that is in that update, and I remember this being one of the biggest updates at the time. I feel like this update added a lot of stuff. I already said that like in my old video for the time. Other than it, I think this is like an 8 out of 10 update. And then maybe like 1.21 really has a lot going for it, just compared to, it's not the biggest update ever, I'll admit, but I think the issue is people have almost been spoiled by how big like stuff like 1.14 with the Village and Pillage update, that was a massive update that added so much stuff. And especially the Nether update, I think it is by far the best update to Minecraft, and the reason it's probably the best update ever to Minecraft is because it just added so much stuff And I feel like a lot of new players especially think that this is the normal. Like, this is what every update's like. It's not like that. Like, you should appreciate what it is. Oh god, I've gone in this room. Right, ignore that, please. And this update, like, obviously this was too big for one whole update, but like, if you combine all three of the caves and cliffs, like if it was like Minecon, this would be massive. Like, this update itself was massive. It's just, it was all based in mostly like creative mode and stuff, but this added a ton of new stuff as well. Like, I feel like we almost got too much. This and a lot of it was like that. Those stuff added really like important stuff that would impact the game, whereas something like this just didn't impact the game that much. Like, the deep dark was cool, but it didn't add much. And then this update, I really have not much stuff. Like, I'm not a fan of this update that much. The armor trims are like one of the coolest thing in my opinion, and that's honestly almost about it. Like, that is really the only thing that like I really enjoyed about this update. Like, when have you ever used a sniffer since it was first added? And it's been a year since that's been added, guys. And how many times have you used a sniffer? Because I certainly haven't used it much. But this update added so much. Like, if you just look how big this room is itself, it added all of these items. It added all these new copper blocks, a ton of stuff. It added a new redstone thing that hasn't been, like, a new redstone thing added since the redstone update in 1.5, and it's 1.21. That's ridiculous. New spawners that are going to just be game changing. Incredible like blocks to build out of now, and I'm a builder, so I respect that a lot. I think the new mobs are really cool. New types of skeletons, always appreciate that. And the breeze, armadillo isn't cool itself, but the fact that we finally have new types of dogs is incredible. It's something I've wanted in the game for a long time. I was happy just with the dog armor for that Minecon. You saw, if you watched the Minecon reaction, you knew how happy I was when they like said, oh, the armadillo makes dog armor. Like, that was insane. And then it's, you know, like, and now new types of dogs because of that. Like, it's insane, honestly. This update is really good in my opinion, and I'm so happy with it. I think, and that's about my overall thoughts. I think this is gonna probably be known as one of the best updates since probably maybe the caves and cliffs. Like, if maybe even like, I don't know, maybe even the Nether update itself. Like, maybe it has been 4 years since we've had like an update like up there with this update, and I really do think 1.21 is a massive improvement from what we've had, especially last year. But yeah, so that's my overall thoughts. I think this is a really cool update. I love it. I love everything that's been added. I think, yeah, a lot of it is quite a big impact. I think the trial chamber is going to be quite a iconic structure in the future. That's about it. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I'm obviously gonna do, you know, the like and subscribe stuff, but yeah, I also have a video planned where I'm gonna basically go into a trial chamber for the first time and kind of experience it myself and try and do it in survival and tackle that. I've got a video that I'm gonna be doing on that. That'll be happening at some point soon, hopefully. Well, maybe like, I don't know when that will get uploaded, but yeah, that's about it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.